Hi, and thanks for joining our TMC Live session for the Manchester College. I'll shortly pass you over to Tracy, who is the head of the logistics department at the Manchester College, and Tracy is going to provide you with a showcase of the logistics course. If you do have any questions at any point, you can ask them in the live Q&A box, which is on the right of the screen, and we will answer as many as we can at the end. So I'll now pass you over to Tracy to get this session started. Over to you, Tracy.
Everyone, I'm Tracy. Thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Tracy. I'm the head of the logistics department, and I would like to say a big welcome to you all, and hope you're going to find this interesting and that you're going to find a little bit out about our logistics department. So within our college, I don't know if you're aware, you can actually do an industry excellence qualification, which is aimed at level 2 and 3 qualifications, and you can also study at one of our industry academies. So the academies are all aimed at level 2 and 3 qualifications, which is kind of where the logistics sit. So the Manchester College can offer you the opportunity to become involved in one of the fastest growing sectors. Don't know if you know anything about logistics, but it is one of the biggest growing sectors in the UK. It's massive. That's a little bit about logistics.
Possible to obtain the building materials needed to build in the first place. It would be living, but not as we know it.
Hang on.
Most of us aren't even aware of the UK logistics industry, yet it's one of the most successful sectors in UK business. Logistics affects nearly every aspect of our daily lives. It's quite literally all around us, all the time. It never stops. It just continues to grow and respond to the demands we place upon it. One would be forgiven for taking the logistics sector for granted. But if you scratch beneath the surface a little and understand the principles that define life as we live it, it shouldn't. After all, without efficient logistics, so much is at stake. Did you know that 95% of fruit and 50% of vegetables eaten in the UK are imported? They arrive by boat, air and rail nearly every hour of every single day. Our roads, railways and waterways are the arteries that keep our shelves stocked and the system functioning. Without them, we wouldn't have any of the things we use, eat and enjoy. So next time you're eating your lunchtime sandwich or enjoying your morning coffee, spare a thought for where it's come from and how it came to you. It all happens right under our noses. The world keeps on turning without us really paying attention. But imagine if it just stopped. What would you do with the half-ton of rubbish you generate each year? That's just the stuff you see. There's a further 440 million tonnes of other waste dealt with behind the scenes. In fact, we produce so much rubbish that every 2 hours we could fill the Albert Hall. But clearing up after us is a dirty job, and someone's got to do it. And logistics plays a fundamental part in that. If you're feeling nice and warm while watching this film, consider the logistics that brought the power to your heating system. A massive 63 million tonnes of coal are burnt in our power stations every year, and 70% is moved by train. And the fuel in your car only gets there because the oil itself is driven to a convenient location for you to get it. Even our alternative energies are hugely dependent on logistics. These farms then generate clean energy, which is harnessed and delivered back into business to supply yet more services. Believe it or not, over £10 billion worth of pharmaceuticals enter the UK every year. The vast majority are brought in by air and then delivered by road to the wholesalers. As our second biggest sector, the economic health of the nation is also heavily dependent on exports from the UK's pharmaceutical industries. It's a big business, all made possible through transport logistics. So, other than heating, food, waste removal, construction, manufacturing, our emergency services, our economy and medicine, what has logistics done for us? Well, without it, everyday life would look and feel very different. With no way to ship products from the Far East, there'd be no TV, surround sound or CD player for a start. Furniture from Scandinavia and the polish we use to clean it would disappear. It's fair to say the price of genuine Turkish rugs would skyrocket too. In fact, without logistics, it would be impossible to obtain the building materials needed to build in the first place. It would be living, but not as we know it.
So I hope you found that interesting. That's a little bit about what happens within logistics. I've got a couple of little questions here about the video. I'm not expecting you to remember them all, but if any of you can remember what percentage of fruit's imported into the UK, and how many eggs per annum or per year does each household consume, and how many tons of rubbish does each household produce? And the final one is about the value of pharmaceuticals imported into the country. So these were all within the video. You can certainly go back to that video and have a look at it when it's been posted. Okay. Another little question. All of these items have something in common. So we've all got smartwatches or cameras, or most of us now have got our cameras on our iPhones or Samsung phones. Steel, fireworks. Most of those items are coming in from China. So the way they get here is generally by boat. So they come across on large boats in containers. So how goods get here from China? They're made, they're boxed, they're transported in containers, and then the pallets come off the containers and go to the shops that you go and buy your goods in. How long do you think it'll take to get from China to the UK? And how many miles? Should we have a look at the answer for that one? Okay, so it's 8,000 miles or 8,185 miles, 13 to 40 hours by plane, depending on if it stops on way, and 46 days or 6 weeks by sea. So 6 weeks for anything to come across generally. That's how long things take. The other one is, how much can I fit on a plane? So I've just said it's going to take you 24 hours by plane, but I can't fit a lot on a plane. Some of you will be on planes to go on holiday. They're not very big, so you don't fit very much on a plane, which is why most items ship by sea. Okay, so companies will decide the best route to get their goods. They'll decide, is it going to come by sea? Is it going to come by air? Is it going to go by lorry? Or even rail? So there's quite a few different ways goods can come across. Okay, so what type of jobs can you go for in logistics? Okay, you can be a driver. So there's lorry drivers, van drivers, pickers, packers. They're all based in warehouses normally. Supervisors, managers. Transport planners are the guys who sit in an office and actually arrange which route the lorries are going to go and which is the best route. So that's quite a well-paid job, that one. Forklift truck drivers, supply chain managers, again, another very well-paid job, especially if you fancy going traveling the world. So quite interesting. You might get to go across to China, America, all over. Buyers, again, similar. Import and export managers. Country at the moment is crying out for import and export managers. They are expecting with Brexit to be about 20,000 jobs. So you guys could be in a prime position for an import and export manager. Procurement, designers. So logistics companies still need designers. So even though you think you're going into design, you could go and work for a logistics company, creating those sides for the lorries, things like that. Finance, HR, and warehouse staff. There's many others as well. So logistics is a huge sector. Little idea of some of the salaries. So transport managers are on roughly £40,000 to £50,000 a year. Lorry drivers, I've put 24,000. With current COVID restrictions, it's roughly about 30,000 a year at the moment for a lorry driver. Warehouse pickers, be about 18,000. It's a good entry point into working into a warehouse. Forklift drivers, 18 to 30,000. Purchasing managers, 40,000. And supply chain managers, 43,000. So it's a sector where it really has good money linked to it. So sector well worth considering, a sector well worth getting involved in. And as I've put here, the logistics of the future might look very different to now. So you guys could be our future for logistics. And we're literally looking at new things in the logistics sectors, be it drones. We're looking at automated vehicles. So there really is an evolving future. Courses we offer a level 1 logistics. We offer a level 2 logistics, level 3 in logistics, and a level 3 in procurement. Now the level 3 in logistics and procurement combine to make a 2-year course. So if you're coming for 2 years, if you're starting at 16, you do the logistics and the procurement and supply chain. That will gain you entry into a university if you want to go on to uni. So we've got a close partnership with Hull University, who would automatically grant you a place on those 2 qualifications. Okay, I've got a little video from one of our tutors. So
my name is Alan and I'm a logistic tutor here at Manchester College, and today we're going to be having a quick talk around the workshop. So when you come down to the logistics workshop, some of the things you'll be learning about is the diesel fuel system, the hydraulic systems on a vehicle, and the air braking system on an LGV vehicle. So when you come to Manchester College to learn to drive, it's not just about driving the truck, it's about knowing all the controls within the truck itself. It's about knowing the characteristics as well, the width, the length, the height, the weight, the way that it moves when it's loaded. It's about knowing what to do in emergency situations when you break down, and it's about doing the full walk-round check on a vehicle to avoid any breakdowns so that you don't compromise your own safety and compromise the safety of others. So if you are interested in logistics, then once you've done your procurement and supply course, which is classroom-based here itself, you can move on to do the Learn to Drive an HGV. This is a booklet that you will work your way through. And also from there as well, we also do taxi training and private hire training as well, which will give you an advanced certificate in driving if you want to go drive for one of the local authorities. So that's a short tour of the logistics department, and thanks very much for joining us today, and I hope to see you in the future.
Okay, so that was Alan, who's one of our tutors. Okay, so if you come to the college, you will do a study programme, and the study programme consists of the qualification, which would be logistics and procurement and supply if you're doing the 2-year course, maths and English, tutorials, employability and work experience, because we're basically developing some really great links with some local companies to do some great employability and work experience, and enrichment. We do things like Duke of Edinburgh, so there's quite a few enrichment things going on at the college as well. Okay, we can offer you support. So we offer weekly, we track your attendance. We discuss any issues and concerns you might have, and we also have one-to-one discussions regarding any issues. We've got staff that literally will help you and sit down with you if you've got any issues. Okay, I've got another little video, which is one of our current students.
Hi, my name is Jordy. I'm studying logistics. I chose logistics because logistics applies everywhere in every domain in life, and there's a lot of opportunities. I mean, in terms of works, I chose studying in the Manchester College because I believe they got the best installations, the best tutors, and everything that could help me to achieve my qualification and succeed in life. I've really enjoyed the travel planning assessment. What is the travel planner job? I'm also looking forward to achieve my qualification this year. My tutors have really helped prepare me for my future career by providing me the best support academically, and even giving me good advices in the professional worlds and what I would be asked in the future in my workplace, and explain me what my responsibilities as a logistic worker. After completing my study this year, I'm looking forward to go to the university and achieve a degree, and I see myself in 5 years working in a big name company. I would definitely recommend the Manchester College. We have the best tutors and the best equipment that can help a student to achieve his goals in life. It's just fantastic.
Okay, so that was one of our current students, and he's studying his 2nd year in logistics, and he's currently on his level 3. So as you heard, he's having a great time. Let me get on to the next slide.
Hi, my name is Jordy.
Okay, these are some of our partners that we're currently working with. So we're working with, or we have links with, the Royal Mail, so obviously a massive logistics provider. Wincanton do a lot of deliveries for companies like the Co-op, XPO Logistics, so they're a massive logistics company, and Yodel, your lorries out there. We also work closely with Manchester City Council and the Greater Manchester Combined Authority. So they've helped us steer our programme, but we're also having our programme helped and steered through the companies at the top. So they're putting suggestions in, people like Dixon's Car Foam Warehouse, what they want you to be able to do when you go into employment. So we're directing our curriculum in lines with what companies want, which hopefully will get you a great job at the end of it. So come and join us on an exciting journey to your future. Be part of something amazing. Come and join our logistics department. Any questions? So I'm just going to drop out of these slides now, and then I'll be able to see the questions.
Thanks for that, Tracy. That was really insightful. Lots of great information in there. So we have had quite a few questions come in, which is great. So we'll get started. So one of the questions that's come in is, what type of jobs could I apply for with this qualification?
Oh, there's loads. You could obviously, like I say, go to university. You could become a logistics manager. You could become a supply chain manager, an operations manager. You could literally go on to almost any role. The link we have with the university as well gives you the opportunity to go on and do a degree apprenticeship. So that way you'd also be earning and doing your degree at the same time. So that's another great opportunity.
Fantastic. Next one here, I know we touched on it briefly in the presentation, but this question is there good money in logistics? There's
excellent money in logistics. I bet Reese will sit there and think, I wish I could be on that much money. Yeah, if you get to the top levels, or if you get to sort of mid-management, there is great money. You're talking £30,000–40,000 a year, certainly for purchasing manager, mid-management. So yeah, really good money. If you get on the real top scale, you're going to be talking about 100k.
Okay, wow. Another one here. What type of things will I learn?
What type of things will you learn? Okay, so you're going to learn about things like how goods are transported around the world, why they're transported around the world. So if I held an item up to you like my mobile phone, it's how that mobile phone is made. So what parts are going to maybe China to make it, and then what parts are coming from China to the UK to be bought by you. So that's all about the supply chain. You'll learn about some law, which is important in logistics. You'll learn about driving. Excuse me. We'll also, hopefully, fingers crossed, if I get my forklift truck, get you on a forklift truck driving. So I can't promise that yet, but I'm keeping everything crossed. The aim is to get you your forklift license. You'll also learn, I'm going to be honest, some normal business. So you're going to learn a little bit on normal business course type criteria. And I'm trying to think of the other logistics ones that are in there. There's environmental things that you have to learn as well, and sustainability. Okay.
Thanks for that, Tracy. We've got another question here. Could I go on to university with this course, and what could I study?
You can go on to university. If you do the 2 years, you will basically get the 90 credits that would get you into any university. So you could go and study anything. We have a partnership with Hull University where you can go and study supply chain management at a degree level. Or alternatively, like I said before, you could actually go through Hull University and go and do a degree apprenticeship.
Sounds great. So that actually brings us to the end of our questions. So is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I mean, all I'd like to add is come and enjoy a exciting future career with the logistics department, because it is exciting times at the moment. Logistics are really moving, so bit of a pun there, I know, but it is an exciting career. I came from a logistics background. I was a supply chain manager, and I've travelled the world with it. So if you want to do something different, if you want to be involved in a career that really moves you places, logistics is a great career to think about.
Thanks, Tracy. So thanks for coming to our logistics session. If you would like to apply to the Manchester College for 2021, please visit our website, which is www.tmc.ac.uk. As the #1 college in Greater Manchester, we are expecting lots of applications, so we would recommend you get your application in as soon as possible. If you need to speak to someone about applying or would like any more information, our schools liaison team are waiting to take a call on 0161 674 3496. And if you would like to enrol for this year, you still can. The team are available for you to speak to this evening on 0161 674 1080. And for learners with special educational needs and disabilities, we have a transition team who will make the move from school to college a positive experience for you. And you can get in touch with them by emailing transitionteam@tmc.ac.uk. And all this information is in the chat box. We hope you have a lovely evening, and thanks again for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.